Alright, hi everybody. Today we are going to get a piece of paper out and we are going to use our lines that we've been learning, like curved and kind of bumpy and diagonal lines, to make our fall leaf picture. And after I get done drawing it, I'm going to do some coloring. And I have got all of these, what we call warm colors, in my hand that I might use as eye color today. As we look around outside at fall time, we see that the leaves change from green to our warm colors. And warms are considered red, orange, and yellow, and pink. But we don't really see pink leaves, so I'm not going to use pink today. And if you have a hard time remembering warm colors, I always tell kids to think of things that are hot, like the sun is yellow. We have lava and fire, right, which are like oranges and red. So if you think of things that are hot, those are your warm colors, and warm and hot are kind of the same word. So we're looking for warm colors for our fall leaves as they change from green to reds and yellows and oranges and some browns. So let's go ahead and get our papers ready. I'm going to be drawing with a Sharpie so you can see it really well. You might want to start with a pencil so that you can erase any mistakes that you make or things that you don't like. But you can't erase a marker. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Sharpie so you can see really well, and then we'll do some coloring. Change over to a blank paper and get my Sharpie out, and we're going to do a few different kinds of leaves. So we'll start anywhere you want on your paper. I'm going to start up in the corner and do a diagonal line that has just a little bit of a curve to it. And diagonals go across your page from up to down or down to up. Now we're going to make a leaf that is kind of a football shape. So I'm going to leave a little bit of room for my stem. I'm going to go out and up and then curve back down to the point of the first line. And the same thing over here. I'm going to go out and then around. Important thing is that you have points at the end. If you don't have points, then it might look more like a circle. And now I'm going to do some diagonal lines and go from my stem out to the edges of my leaf. And these are the veins of the leaf. You notice they get smaller as they go up. I'm going to make another one kind of similar to this, maybe a little skinnier, and we'll do the veins differently too. Let's put this one down here, maybe a little smaller. And let's have it pointing the opposite direction. So we're going to go kind of similar but skinnier, right? So it's just a smaller leaf or a different kind of leaf, but it still has the pointy ends. And for these veins, I'm going to make these diagonal lines go all the way out to the edge. That way they look a little bit different than my first one. All right, let's do another one, maybe where it has multiple leaves on it. So we'll start with a diagonal line. I'm going to put two more diagonals coming off of that. And each one of these stems is going to have a little leaf. So you're kind of doing the same thing over and over, but you're doing a little bit of changing so that you get variety. Variety means things that are different. So here we can see, maybe we could leave these without veins to make it even more different. So you have three on one big one, and a smaller one, and the veins go all the way out to the edge. All right, let's try one that is kind of heart-shaped. There are leaves that have heart shapes, so let's put that right here. I'm going to do a line that has a little bit of curve to it. This one is more vertical, goes up and down, and I'm going to make a heart, but it's going to be kind of upside down. So I'm going to start here and go, I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to go down and around like a circle would. But now I'm going to kind of turn it into a diagonal line that goes up to my point. So I'm going to go down and around like a circle and then bring it up to my point. And let's add some diagonals for the veins. And there we go. And we have one more we're going to try. It's called an oak leaf. And these have these really kind of wiggly, bumpy lines. So I'm going to draw that right here, nice and big. And I think I need to go in this direction. So again, on a diagonal. And this time I'm going to put the veins in right away. So here we go. Maybe just a few on each side. And now I'm going to use a wiggly line around the veins. So a wiggly line has kind of soft edges. So I'm going to go up and around and then down, up and around and down, up and around and down. So it goes up and down, all the way around our veins. And that's an oak leaf. Now let's begin coloring. Some things that you want to think about when you're coloring is how you hold your crayon. I like to pinch my crayon with my pointer and my thumb, and then I let my other fingers support so they kind of rests on my other fingers. And then when I color, sometimes you can press hard, sometimes you can press light. If you press hard, like this, you'll get a darker color. But if you press light, like this, then you get a lighter color. So you can get a little bit of variety out of your crayon depending on how hard you push. So let's color a little bit together and then I'll let you all finish. Using my warm colors. And sometimes I like to layer my colors. So I'm going to take this yellow and go right over top of the orange that I drew in light. And then you'll see I get a little bit of a different orange. It kind of blends together to make a new color. So you might want to try layering your crayons to see what happens if you can make new colors as you layer the colors over top of each other. So try some layering, try some pressing hard and pressing light. When you're all done coloring your leaves and staying inside the lines as best as you can because you're going slow and just using your wrist and your fingers, not your elbow. If you use your elbow, that means you're scribbling. After you get done with that, then I'd like you to pick a cool color. Cool colors are the opposite of warm, so these would be considered cool colors. Like think of like Frozen, right? We see lots of blues in Frozen. And then we're going to pick a color for the background. So then you can color the background a cool color, just like this one. And I want you to really fill up the page so that the sky, or if it's grass, doesn't just look white. Let's fill it up so it looks like they are actually falling out of the sky, or if you choose green, maybe they are laying on the ground in the grass. So have a fun coloring, and I can't wait to see your fall leaf picture.